More random coincidences and issues with my car. So, yeah, the best thing for me to do was to fail emissions, which I did. That granted me the 30-day extension of getting my car registered. So, in case I get pulled over, I can just tell the officers that, I paid for the extension because I can't get emissions passed. I can't renew my tags. So, this gives me more time to go to a shop and get it fixed. And part of the reimbursement through the program the DMV has is $900. Again, I don't need that, but hey, I'll take it. They provide it. I pay the difference out of pocket if the cost is beyond that, which it most likely will be. And yeah, if they don't fix it, I just keep going back to the same auto shop until they fix it correctly, because I'm basically paying them for me to pass emissions. So things I couldn't really do with other mechanics because you still pay them to fix the part, even though they didn't fix the issue of the check engine light. So, but it's all good. Maybe those things they fixed needed to be fixed. I know some of them did, like the EVAP hose. I'm not sure how important that is to get fixed, but it needed it. And then yeah, other coincidences that happened too. So yesterday, or 2 days ago actually, because I think it's Tuesday now, like past 12 a.m. But basically, I had two clients back to back that were both Arizona natives. One went to Camelback all 4 years. I mentioned I went to Camelback High, freshman year. Um, and then, yeah, we talked, shared some stories. I brought up Mr. Salt because that's an English teacher I had. And I know he taught there a long time. So every time someone mentions Camelback High, I always like to mention, do you know Mr. Salt? The English teacher. So, um, but yeah, fun memories. And yeah, he even talked about Arcadia High. I talked about Arcadia, how I actually lived closer to that school than Camelback. But for whatever reason, I had to go to Camelback when I was younger. I think it was based on what elementary I went to. I don't know. But there's other friends and stuff who went to Orangedale who also live closer to Arcadia. And I don't know why they went to Camelback also. Maybe it was just to spread out the enrollment. Because I guess they didn't really have vouchers like they do now, where you could kind of pick what school you want to go to. Arcadia was probably the better school, although it's pros and cons. Um, I don't want to knock Camelback. Camelback had a lot of good things too, but every school has their issues. Um, but yeah, fun memories. And then yeah, the other guy, he's a native of Phoenix, and he went to Arcadia. How cool is that? So I found that to be a cool coincidence. And then also days before that, my friend, we like to take pictures of license plates. Not take pictures, but we like to like find what meaning can be through a plate. You know what I mean? Like it's like an acronym. You look at a license plate like an acronym, and you think of words from it. It doesn't have to be a meaning, but whatever the license plate shows, you kind of think of things like that. Uh, and then yeah, so I asked ChatGPT a question related to my car, and the example photo they showed was license plate ASP 1986. My friend's born in 1986. This was an Ohio plate, which was cool because my dad was from Ohio. And but basically, Chat GPT was saying that I need to put my temporary license plate, that paper, over the existing plate. I had to ask ChatGPT to get its opinion because the girl at the DMV said to put it over my plate. I asked her, "Can I put it on the back mirror, the windshield?" And she's like, "No, you have to put it over the existing plate." Plus, the sticker itself said put over, the rear of the vehicle. But this guy at work told me, um, my friend at work told me, no, the cops can distinguish the difference. Just put it on the back windshield. They could see the difference. And, he's probably right. They won't care, whatever. But, and then someone else even said you could put it in the back windshield. But I had to ask ChatGPT, and then I just kind of went with that. So what me and this one guy did was, I told him the situation, and, he helped me out. But he didn't have any clothespins, but he gave me some staples. Sorry. I mean paper clips. And then we just got paper clips and paper clipped it on the outside of the existing plate. And then I got Scotch tape and taped around that to tape the paper on better and to anchor it on the paper clips so they won't fall out. So I think that should hold pretty good. Because, with the rain and wind, it would have came off. Had I would have just done it with 2 screws, it would have been flopping around anyways. And you'd have to tape the rest. But I just want to make it more sturdy. So I did that. And then, just got to get my emissions passed now. Have to call certain auto shops that qualify for that reimbursement of $900 from the DMV. But yeah, that's the best approach to do, and I was eventually just going to do that anyways because I actually had to go through that issue, 4 years ago when I failed emissions. This is the second time I failed. But, yeah, same vehicle for 17 years. Bought it in cash, and, I never had a car payment on it, so even if I have to put a bunch in it a lot more often than a newer car, I think it's worth it. Like I said, I could still own it for a year and a half, easy. I could possibly get 2 more years out of it, but I'm going to renew for 2 years. Either way, especially because I don't have to deal with this nonsense every year. I could only deal with it 2 years. But that's cool though with the license plate. Like I said, ChatGPT said ASP 1986, and I actually saw a license plate that day that was ASP. So, and then it happened to be with a friend, who we talk about license plates, and she's born in 1986. So go figure, right? But yeah, so it was pretty cool though. But yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that for now. Just kind of rambling, sharing my thoughts. And I will leave an update on Jeremy Sowerby next.